Human Nature is a 3-year arts program from the British Council Malaysia that enables UK and Malaysian artists, organisations, scientists, and academics to research and collaborate, fostering a deeper understanding of the human relationship with nature and each other. Climate change and cultural rights share a clear nexus. Culture is closely connected to ecosystems, especially for indigenous peoples, rural and traditional populations. Human Nature explores the role of arts, culture, and creativity in addressing climate adaptation, amplifying underrepresented voices, and promoting more equitable participation for indigenous and other communities impacted by climate change.
Everyone experiences art, right? It's not something that's separate from our daily life experience. Music, paintings, even our cultural objects are art forms in itself. Dance, literature, it's all art. It's only natural that art and artists, or by extension creatives, can use art and even design to communicate complex data around the environment into a way that's relevant and relatable to our fellow human beings.
Art and cultural practices are deeply woven into how communities interact with the world, including how they respond to the impacts of climate change. As rising temperatures and biodiversity loss threaten livelihoods, artists have become key storytellers, using their work to connect scientific dialogue with public understanding. Creative expressions have shed light on the environmental challenges communities face while fostering collective climate action, with a commitment to honouring the communities most affected, ensuring their stories are heard, remembered, and acted upon. Across Malaysia, local collectives are using art to communicate and build solidarity on climate change and community issues. In Kuching, the delegation visited Think and Tink, a green pocket project that has transformed a restored building into a vibrant community art space and creative incubator, offering a platform for local voices and sustainable initiatives.
What you're seeing here is actually called Think and Think. Previously, it used to be a supermarket, so we have a lot of that nature of the building, just in order to remind people it's a supermarket history as well. So with this, we intended to turn it into a hub.
They preserve the sort of skeleton of the building as well and the history. You know, that's really important. They're not rewriting anything. They're like keeping it there and adding to it. And that's what like cultural regeneration, I think, should look like. It was just very, very reassuring to see that there are people that are so engaged and involved in their community and creating their own space.
In Sabah, collectives of artists and civil society organisations are using art as a powerful tool to address serious climate and social issues and build social advocacy. During their visit to Ruang Tamu ecosystem, the delegates met with Pangrok Sulap, a collective of artists, musicians and social activists with a mission to empower rural and marginalised communities through art. In collaboration with Borneo Comrade and Anak Sabah, Pangrok Sulap have worked on creative initiatives that not only foster artistic exchange, but also tackle pressing local issues, such as the access to education and opportunities for stateless groups. Through this work, they bridge cultural expression with advocacy, creating platforms for both environmental awareness and community solidarity.
Actually, Pangrok Sulap, we are a group of friends. Some of us are musicians, also activists and artists. Most of Pangrok Sulap works, we do it with the villages, with the communities. Actually, why we open up these community art spaces, because we are thinking it is important to have a community art space like this, so that we can connect with the non-artist communities in Sabah to understand what they need in terms of our cultural tradition aspect to our art.
So we just to introduce ourselves. Hi, I'm Anne and Lisa from Anak. So we are an organization that is made up of people who have been affected by statelessness, undocumentedness, or are children of migrants.
Dari Borneo Comrade, kami merupakan kolektif anak muda di seluruh Sabah dan kami membuat advokasi pendidikan kepada kanak-kanak stateless.
In the face of climate change, artists have become essential storytellers, connecting scientific dialogue with the lived experiences of affected communities. Such creative expressions have opened doors for international exchange, demonstrating that arts and culture are central to climate adaptation. At Laman Seni, in the heart of Kota Kinabalu, the delegation engaged with local artists to explore the profound responsibility of storytelling and approaches to fostering meaningful creative exchange from local to global levels by delving into the intersections of power, coloniality, and counter-narratives.
Pre-colonial times in Southeast Asia, there was no table. In archipelagic maritime Southeast Asia, all communities sat on a mat.
So since 2018 until now, that has been my kind of journey of finding ways to act and behave and to be an artist that is more mat-like than table-like, which I tell all the curators that I work with, for instance, I work with curators who act in a mat-like fashion, a mat curator, as opposed to a power table curator. So I believe in recognizing the table, recognizing mats, recognizing boxes, and opening them. You share your space. When you bring people together, the architectural dynamics of that space change, and you can have conversations. In that, I hope that you will take to heart in that you behave as mats and not as tables, in a way.
We alone cannot tell the story of human nature. Join us on the human nature journey as we continue to advocate for arts and storytelling, amplifying underrepresented communities' voices and fostering climate action.